for Wednesday, March 6th, 2024. Things are looking up for Papaw's Pizza. As I've mentioned previously in some of our live streams, we have got an investor who is willing to purchase the building to help us to give back to the community. Um, I'm trying not to cost the man a fortune. You guys pretty much all know my situation, and well, needless to say, I don't have, $50,000 to put into something like that. But I figured I could at least get some of my own tools and stuff taken care of for the place. Hey, Tony, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well, bud. So I figured, why not do a little bit of pizza trivia just to keep things in the mood. I didn't even know there was pizza trivia, but I guess there's trivia about everything out there. And quite honestly, some of these trivia questions, some of these answers, wow. Wow is all I can say. Hey, Sarah, good to see you, honey. Hope you're doing well tonight. But we're going to give the trivia here probably about 13 minutes or so. Let people start rolling in. It says we have 4 in here. I see Tony and Sarah. We'll see who all pops in, speaks up. But I'm telling you, some of this trivia, I mean, don't get me wrong. I watch everything. There's actually a TV show on the Roku channel called The Pizza Show, and you learn a lot on there. But I'm telling you what, to get into this trivia, my goodness gracious. Hey, Ian, good to see you, bud. Doing swell, going to bed early. Mr. Clean does not have a goatee. He is clean shaven. He hasn't aged in 50 years. And, well, he's not as gruff and bristly as I am, so. Going to bed early. I am too. Been a day. It's been a day here. You know, I got woke up about two. I don't know. Yeah, I got woke up 2 o'clock. Then I got woke up again at 4 by a certain little black furry devil who only wanted to crawl under the covers, lay up against me, and go back to sleep. But since I had my arm on top of the covers, he had to wake me up, licking my goatee. So I would lift up the covers for him, let him crawl under, turn around, stick his head out, lay down, and go to sleep for 2 hours. So, yeah. If I've not got the wife at home tugging on him going one direction, I've got that little bugger here trying to crawl up underneath him to go to sleep. Yesterday was the worst day of 2024. I'm sorry, Sarah. Today was actually pretty bad for me. I came in here and I sat down this morning, started working on a video for later this week, and I realized it was a week ago today that um, my patchwork kitty left us. I tell you, he laid down and went to sleep for the final time. So that just kind of added to my not getting very much sleep and kind of wanting to stay in here for a few hours by myself. So it was a day. Let's see here, six, now about 9 more minutes. My power was cut off. My little boy broke my laptop. My grades would not input for midterms. It just sucked, but I stayed sober. Good girl. Good girl. Well, I mean, if it makes you guys feel any better, about a half hour ago, I was sitting here getting everything set up and getting the trivia arranged and stuff, and just all of a sudden the power cut out, and I'm like, oh, there we go, there we go. That's the makings of a good evening. So then it come back on. So. But we have no clue why it went out. So be prepared. Be prepared. Let me see here. Well, I'm proud of the fact you stayed sober. Best pizza in America, 1938. Sally's Appears, New Haven, Connecticut, the Elm City. Unless it was. Hey, Terry, good to see you, dear. Just because you're thanks, been sober for 1 week, 3 days. I actually really like the I like the name Appease. It's there's a couple places in Chicago, I guess, that go by the name Appease instead of pizza. So now waiting on a call to get my pacemaker replaced. Doc said it has a few weeks left, so don't worry. Well, I'm glad the doc is confident that your batteries are going to hold out for a couple more weeks. I'd be scared. I'd be scared stinkless to do anything. One week and 3 days. Well, it's a good thing I'm not there, Sarah, is all I can say, because if I was there, I'd bring the liquor and we'd peel the paint off the walls. We'd party like it's 1999 or something like that. Or drink every single time, then I feel guilty, and it's a stupid cycle. There is very little in life that scares me. I could see that. I could see that. Oh God, sound reassuring. Oops. I was 14 in 1999. Just a pup. Just a pup. Let me think. When was I 14? Gosh, when was I 14? Must have been 80. 83. 83, I was 14. Well, I could make some proposition about testing the batteries out. Appease is from the Italian accent of eats. It's 14 in 1975. Not me. I went into high school in 83. So technically I turned, 14. The I went to school, started school in August, and turned 14 um, 2 months later. What? You got a pizza encyclopedia there? Believe it or not, and this is something that's actually covered in some of the trivia questions, that a lot of that region of Southern Europe had their own version of a pizza like dish. Um, yeah, it's actually covered in the trivia questions. The Egyptians had their own variation of a pizza. So no, Tony, I'm Sicilian. Wow, that's it, Terry. Shoot it right back here. I don't think that I knew pizza existed till I was 14. Wow. Um, yeah, my mom was making homemade pizzas my whole childhood, and I think I was in junior high when we actually started going out to to yeah eat pizzas, so my dad could have a pitcher of beer with his pizza and stuff like that. Steak fajita pizza, easy, easy. I already do a version of a steak fajita pizza. Steak fajita, chicken bacon ranch, barbecue chicken, barbecue beef. I do a Mexican pizza. I do a Philly steak and cheese pizza. Um, God, what else? Chicken parmesan pizza, etc., etc. I didn't set foot in a Pizza Hut till I was married with kids. That's where mom and dad wanted to go. So, like I said, so my dad could have his beer with his pizza. My sister and my mom always got a pepperoni and sausage pizza, and my dad and I always split a super supreme. That's where I got my love for black olives and pineapple bacon pepperoni with hot sauce. I never done one with hot sauce yet. Never done one with hot sauce yet. Never had anybody order one with hot sauce yet. But I got lots of hot sauce. I think my dad took me to Monica's Pizza for my 14th birthday. Might have been 13th. A time ago. Yeah, at Pizza Hut. When I was a kid. Most of the Pizza Huts are closing down now. I can't figure out why. But all right, guys, it is that time. It is 7:15. We have waited long enough. We're going to get this fired up. See who pops in. Traditional flatbread is often considered to be the progenitor to the pizza we know and love today. In what country did flatbread originate? Oh, I did order an oscilloscope today. No, no, flatbread did not originate with the Navajo. You remember when me and you was at the fair and I called work to have a piece delivered? No. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. When we were at the Renaissance Fair a few years ago. Yep, I sure remember that. Flatbread did not originate with the Navajo. Actually originated in another country. Traditional flatbread is often considered to be the progenitor to the pizza we know and love today. In what country did flatbread originate? I'm looking very forward to seeing John Townsend here in a couple weeks, about a week and a half actually. He'll be up there at the Kalamazoo Living History Trade Show. Um, I'm hoping to get with the blacksmith that sets up in the same room he's in and look at a set of Damascus chef's knives. They usually have several different sets of them up there. But the nice thing about Damascus is you don't have to sharpen them 3 times a day like you do stainless steel knives. When you put an edge when you put an edge on a high carbon or on a Damascus blade, it stays. I had a Damascus Scottish dirk made by one of the gentlemen that go up to Kalamazoo, and I didn't have to put an edge on that thing for over a year. Believe you me, I used it for everything. Better to go high carbon steel. Damascus is only as hard as the materials mixed into it. Very true. Very true. And well, a couple of these guys professionally make chef's knives and stuff like that. And those are the ones I want to talk to. Hey, Bud Files, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Good. I'm glad you're doing all right. But like I said, it looks like Papaw's Pizza is a go. They are in negotiations for the building right now. Then we have to start going out and getting equipment. But I figured, since he's dropping, 50 grand for a building, all the business licenses, all the equipment, I could try to squander up a little bit of cash to be able to get my screens, my pans, my boxes, and my personal knife sets and my large paddles. So I'm good, thank you. I have one grandson so far that wants to try amateur radio. Well, that's cool. That's cool. It's always nice to have one of those have one of your kids or one of your grandkids want to follow in your footsteps, want to take an interest in the things that you do. That's always nice. When I got home from work the other night, we actually the grandbaby was here, and I had brought a pizza home for the wife, and grandbaby was freaking out. She wanted some of that pizza. She wanted some of that pizza. So I took the cutter, and it was probably about that wide, up to a point, probably about that big. Handed it to her. She sat there and plowed that puppy. Had everything on it. So she was real happy. Okay, last time on that question. Traditional flatbread is often considered to be the progenitor to the pizza we know and love today. In what country did flatbread originate? The idea of building electronics from scratch. Very cool. Believe it or not, flatbread did not originate in Greece either. Flatbread actually originated in Egypt. It originated in Egypt. It was a wild guess. Dude, have no idea. Try this one on for size. This is one of them that blew me away. I did know that pizza made up over 80% of the going out and eating crowd um, in America. When people say they're going to go out and eat, if uh, if you polled 100 people, you would find out that 80 of them were going out for pizza. So let's see here. About how many slices of pizza do Americans eat per second? About how many slices of pizza do Americans eat per second? Went for a burger. 654,000. Not quite that high. Not quite that high. 1.5 million. No, no, not that high. Not that high. About how many slices of pizza do Americans eat per second? I'm not all that versed in pizza lore. I I I could understand that. A lot of people aren't. I mean, they know that pizza is like the most popular food to for a family to go out or and eat or have delivered or go and pick up, and that's about all they know. Hence why when you go driving through town during lunchtime or evening time, especially on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you find more cars parked at a Pizza Hut or a Mancino's or whatever the case may be. than you do anyplace else. So I don't buy that. What it said, chicken McNuggets. How many slices of pizza do Americans eat per second? Believe it or not, Americans eat 350 slices of pizza per second. Every minute of every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 350 slices per second. Hey, Debbie, good to see you. Hope you're doing well tonight. Shit, to eat about 250 million nuggets. Believe it or not, Tony, we went to the grocery store the other day and we were worried about not having the money to get enough groceries for the week. And our grocery store just started carrying this brand of frozen products called Pick Five. And they have, like the little hash brown discs like Burger King's got, or they have reject McNuggets, which are McNuggets that McDonald's makes that don't have the three main shapes, the bell, the circle, or the boot. Um, but they do corn dogs, they do, um, oh God, fried okra. They do all these things, and they're cheap. It's 5 bags. Each bag is $5.99. But if you buy 5 of them, they knock $5 off. So you pay, you know, $25 instead of $30 for 5 bags of these. And I actually we made the McNuggets tonight with the little tater rounds, little tater discs, and they're McDonald's. Texture, taste, the whole shebang. I thought the girl at the store was BSing us. And I was reading the bag while the wife was cooking them, and these are the McDonald reject shapes. I was blown away. Just uploaded my new video on ghost and poltergeist hauntings, not working. And now I'm working on my next video. Very cool, Debbie. Very cool. I'll have to check that out when this is over with. About how many acres worth of pizza do Americans eat each day? About how many acres worth of pizza do Americans eat each day? McNuggets taste to me like popcorn is mixed in the batter. It's actually, when they fry them in corn oil. That's probably where you're getting that corn taste at. They're actually cooked in corn oil. About how many acres worth of pizza do Americans eat each day? Tony says 546. It is not 546. About how many acres? About how many acres of pizza do Americans eat each day? But the good news is, Tony, though you are not versed in pizza trivia, being the only one to have answered yet, you are the closest to the right amount. Congratulations. I know you're not versed in pizza trivia. I'm just trying to pick your spirits up a little bit. Good job on that. Dude, I got all prematurely excited today, ma'am. We had we had a knock at the front door, and I went out to the window to look, and there was a package out there that was about 3 foot long and about 6 by 6 inches. And I got all excited. I'm like, yes, finally. And I ran out the back door because, we have the front door all blocked off with kids' stuff that they haven't had a chance to go through yet. That's been delivered here after the fire. And all the donations and stuff. And I got out, ran around to the front of the house, and I looked, and there was 2 other packages sitting out there. And I grabbed them and I brought them all in the house, and I picked it up and I looked at it, and it had my stepson's name on it. And I took it into my wife, and I had my lips stuck out, and I'm like, I thought this was my new toy from Tony. And she said, "Oh no, that was donated to the kids. It's something for the baby." And I'm like, got all prematurely excited on my day off. My boo boo kitty was just so wounded. My spit tits are. Oh, I know. My spit tits are good, my friend. Spit tits. Hmm. Spirits are too. Yeah, I know you. I know you said that you would let me know when you sent it, but I just found out today that my phone was off, and I don't know how long it's been off. So I don't get a lot of calls, but I went to make a call today, and I realized my phone was off, which means if the guy that I'm dealing with on the property, or any of the suppliers, or anything else tried to get a hold of me, or even my work schedule, or anything like that, I couldn't get the call. So I, I was assuming, okay, leave me alone. I do that. I'm old. I assume things. I tried today, but DG employee said I need to come back when the store manager was in. That makes sense. About how many acres worth of pizza do Americans eat each day? Believe it or not, Americans eat over 100 acres of pizza each day. Over 100 acres of pizza each day. Americans eat over 100 acres of pizza. That's not saying what kind of pizza. I mean, that's all kinds of pizza. I would rather have 100 acres of ribeye. Hell, 10 would be a start. That's funny. That's actually funny. All right, let's see here. What percentage of Americans who actually eat pizza eat it at least once a month? What percentage of Americans who actually eat pizza eat it at least once a month? Pretty close. Pretty close. But nope, not 56. What percentage of Americans who actually eat pizza eat it at least once a month? I'll be right back. I want pepperoni. Go get that pepperoni. What percentage of Americans who actually eat pizza eat it at least once a month? I gotta tell you, armor pepperoni from DG is really good. When I buy pepperoni for the house here, that's what I buy is armor. Because the wife loves, well, especially on her days off, she likes to make her own little pepperoni onion pizzas, but she does it on a tortilla shell. That way, it's very, very thin. It gets very crisp in the oven. But she'll put her own pizza sauce that she makes on it, and mozzarella cheese, and she'll put pepperonis and chopped onion up on it, and mushrooms if she has it, and puts her other little layer of cheese on top of it, and then of course she uses my grated um, cheese mix that I make on top of that with some of my garlic butter sauce that I also make myself, and that's her um, that's her good morning um, snack when she's off work. So, but yeah, the armor, always go with armor. What percentage of Americans who actually eat pizza eat it at least once per month? I do those Red Baron single 4 cheese pizzas with a lot of mozzarella and pepperoni. Those little Red Barons aren't too awful bad. We're actually in the process now though of experimenting with pizza dough to see what recipe we can develop here that is totally unlike anything anybody else has. And right today, earlier today, we were playing with Italian seasoning and finely grated mozzarella in the crust, and then slightly pre-baking the crust so it just starts to set a little bit, activates the growth on it and stuff like that. um, and I think we may have come up with something really good. I've never had a crust that you got cheese in every single bite. um, but yeah, very, very good. But yeah, the Red Barons, in a pinch, there are some pretty good frozen pizzas out there. Red Baron amongst, the top two or three. What percentage of Americans who actually eat pizza eat it at least once per month? 93. 93% of Americans who actually eat pizza eat it at least once a month. And then you have people like us that eat it about once a week. The most expensive pizza in the world is called the Louis the Eighth pizza. It takes 72 hours to prepare. How much does a single one cost? The most expensive pizza in the world is called the Louis the Eighth or Louis the 13th pizza. It takes 72 hours to prepare. How much does a single one cost? We probably eat pizza once or twice every 3 months. Some people do. Some people do. The most expensive pizza in the world is called the Louis the 13th pizza. It takes 72 hours to prepare. How much does a single one cost? Believe it or not, Tony, it costs much more than $5,000. Much more than $5,000. But there's a very good reason for it costing so much. I don't have enough info to guess that one. The most expensive pizza in the world is called the Louis the 13th pizza. It takes 72 hours to prepare. How much does a single one cost? A single Louis the 13th pizza costs $12,000 because the pizza maker travels to your home from his country of origin and makes that pizza in your kitchen. He brings all the ingredients with him, but he builds that pizza in your kitchen. Hence why a single Louis XIII costs $12,000. There are some goofy ways to spend money. Yeah, when I was growing up, my mom and dad referred to people like that as having more dollars than cents. SENSE, cents. Here's one you might know, Tony. Here's one you might know. What is the most popular pizza topping in America? I've never been afflicted with that one. Yeah, me either. Me either. It is not cheese. Oh my God, I figured you would have guessed that one right off the bat. It is not cheese. What is the most popular pizza topping in the United States? Believe it or not, it's too on the nose, but that is the right answer. It is right on the nose because it is the right answer. Pepperoni is the most popular pizza topping in the United States. I mean, even if you get a combination pizza, the one of the very first things that people request, one of the very first toppings, when the waitress asks them, "What would you like on your pizza?" Many, many, many of them, the very first thing to come out of their mouth is pepperoni. What is the second most popular pizza topping in the United States? What is the second most popular pizza topping in the United States? I'll even give you multiple choice on this one. Is it mushrooms, onions, pepperoni, or sausage? Mushroom, onions, pepperoni, or sausage, the second most popular pizza topping in the United States. Mushrooms, onions, pepperoni, or sausage. Which one is the second most popular? It is sausage. Good job, Tony. It is sausage. Sausage is the second most popular pizza topping in the United States. Good job, man. You got one right off the bat. How about that? And you said you didn't know anything about pizza. What percentage of Americans eat pizza for breakfast? What percentage of Americans eat pizza for breakfast? I would have said cheese had it been on the list. It's actually lower than 65%. Believe it or not, it's actually lower than 65%. What percentage of Americans eat pizza for breakfast? Let's see here. 2%, 24%, 36%, or 55%. What percentage of Americans eat pizza for breakfast? The wife and kids like cold pizza, but not I. I'm the same way. Pizza has to be warm for me to enjoy it. The wife and daughter have no problem sticking the leftovers of a pizza in the refrigerator and going out there and grabbing it the next morning and eating it. I need my pizza warm, the way pizza was intended to be. What percentage of Americans eat pizza for breakfast? 2%, 24%, 36%, or 55%. 55, I think it would be a fairly large chunk. Believe it or not, 36% of Americans eat pizza for breakfast. 36%. So, I mean, still a pretty fair chunk. Still a pretty fair chunk. Have I ever tried breakfast pizza? Yes, I'm actually going to offer, maybe not to start off with, but maybe by late summer or beginning of next year. I'm going to do two different breakfast pizzas. One, of course, is going to have bacon on it. The other one's going to have sausage, but it's basically going to be the same thing. It's going to be um, either meat with a sausage gravy base and scrambled eggs on it, with, of course, onions and peppers and stuff mixed into it, finely chopped, of course. We have a place here in town now that sells slices of breakfast pizza, but they're so flippin' expensive, man. Everybody is in the restaurant business now. It almost seems, you know, based on greed. I mean, they're charging, three or four, 500 times the cost of the ingredients going in the pizza. And it makes no sense. Make the thing like an omelet with hot pepperoni. That's doable as well. That's very doable. The world's largest pizza was prepared in Rome, Italy on December 13th, 2012. To the nearest thousand, what was the surface area of this pizza? The world's largest pizza was prepared in Rome, Italy on December 13th, 2012. To the nearest thousand, what was the surface area of this pizza? This is a big pizza. I have no idea. 43,000 square feet. No, not that big. Not that big. That's a big pizza. That's roughly 1 acre. Okay, think about a quarter of an acre. Think about a quarter of an acre. The largest pizza, was prepared in Rome, Italy, on December 13th, 2012. To the nearest thousandth, what was the surface area of the pizza? 14,000 square feet. The diameter was 120 feet. How does one bake that? That's actually a really good question, and I would like to find a video of someone preparing a 14,000 square foot pizza, because that would just absolutely be mind-boggling, seeing the size of the fire that they would have to fire roast this pizza on. This is a good one. I had no clue about this. This is a really good one right here. True or false? A pizza was delivered to an astronaut while he or she was in orbit. True or false? A pizza was delivered to an astronaut while he or she was in orbit. Well, there's something interesting in there. It strikes me that it is so impractical. It must make a lot of waste. I would like to know the amount of the ingredients that went on that pizza. That is just mind-boggling. 14,000 square feet. That's just mind-boggling. True or false? A pizza was delivered to an astronaut while he or she was in orbit. Believe it or not, it's true. They coordinated the pizza order with a shuttle launch. All the person had to do was ride up on the shuttle, dock with the ISS, and walk through the door, deliver the pizza, and go straight back and strap back in. It was delivered by Pizza Hut. It was delivered by Pizza Hut in a Pizza Hut red Velcro bag to an astronaut on the ISS. I forgot about the ISS. Can't forget about the ISS. My only question is, did the astronauts on board argue about what toppings were coming on the pizza? Oh, lunar landing era. Yeah, that'd be a little hard. That'd be a little hard to do. What is the most popular day of the year to order pizza in the United States? What is the most popular day of the year to order pizza in the United States? What is the most popular day of the year to order pizza in the United States? It is not October 31st. It is not October 31st. Think the most amount of parties or the most amount of people at parties in centralized locations. Major sporting event just recently passed. Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday is the most popular day to order pizza in the United States. If Terry's still in here, she may be able to answer this one right here. What is the technical term for the outer edge of a pizza's crust? What is the technical term for the outer edge of a pizza's crust? What is the technical term for the outer edge of a pizza's crust? Oh no, I'm guessing Terry's not in here anymore. There she is. It is a cornicione. A cornicione is the technical term for the outer edge of a pizza's crust. Good job, Terry. I have to split myself. Mrs. needs help. All right, Tony. You go on and go help the missus and take care and have a good evening. And if I don't see you back tonight, we'll catch you on Friday morning for our regular. Nope, she knows. She said, never mind. Best part, I agree with you, Terry. I agree with you. That's why I like to flavor my crust. And, that way, if you're anything like me, I mean, I like the pizza itself, but when I'm eating a big slice of pizza, I'll always cut the crust off and save it for last. That's my favorite part of the pizza. I was actually, when I was at work yesterday, I was experimenting with multiple um, pizza uh, breadstick recipes with sauce, with just um, garlic butter, and Parmesan, or, just you know, whatever tasted good. I must have made 3 or 4 batches of breadsticks yesterday and just kept putting them out on the counter for people to try, and they loved every one of them. So I nope. She said, never mind. I'm back. Had to put the kids to bed. I have a class Friday morning at 9. Now I can watch an hour of it. I ain't a huge pizza fan. I preferred pizzones. Now, see, to me, a pizzone, calzone, you know, it's a pizza rolled in half. As long as you don't make it so big that you can actually keep flipping it so the crust and all the ingredients cook evenly. I've made a couple of them at work just so everybody could try them out. And I kept, every 10 minutes or so, I'd flip it, and it was actually 2 large pizza doughs. So, you know, but the bloody thing was like a slice of it was like that with everything inside it. So, come out great. We can accomplish much in an hour. It's very true. Yeah, they do have less sauce. You're absolutely right about that. Let's see here. Which major war led to the skyrocketing popularity of pizza in the United States? Which war led to the skyrocketing popularity of pizza in the United States? It was actually not Vietnam. Believe it or not, it was not Vietnam. It was World War II. World War II led to the skyrocketing popularity of pizza in the United States. Only because, if you think about it, because of the Allied forces fighting together in Europe, a lot of the Italian soldiers were making pizzas in the pits, and the Americans were eating it. They were loving it, and when they came home, they wanted to continue eating that thing that they enjoyed. So that is how World War II contributed to that skyrocketing popularity. It's the only one I got right. Now, don't take this away from Sarah. It's the only one she's got right so far. Which month is officially considered National Pizza Month? Welcome back, Ian. Glad you could join us again, buddy. That was my thought, because after the ration, some people were buying up and just making frozen ones. What month is officially considered to be National Pizza Month? It's not February. It's not August. Yeah, the frozen pizza thing came in. Um, yeah, about the mid 1950s. It is not July. Which month is officially considered National Pizza Month? It is not September. Obviously, we don't know. Nope, not October, Ian. Not October. Believe it or not, every month in my house. Same here, Terry. Same here. Believe it or not, it's December. It is December. National Pizza Month. Oh, yeah, let's celebrate with a Christmas pizza. Well, I mean, cherry tomatoes on it, shape it like a Christmas tree, you know, sprinkle, green olives and bell peppers all over it with some little black olives dotted here and there, some little pepperonis strategically placed. It can look like a Christmas tree. There's nothing wrong with Christmas pizza. That's how we celebrate. We made heart shaped pizzas for Valentine's Day this year. People loved them. That's not how we would celebrate. What is the oldest continuously operated pizzeria in the United States? What is the oldest continuously operated pizzeria in the United States? I'm going to give you, let's see here. I'll give you 4 locations, and y'all can pick by the location. It's one of these 4. It There's New York, New York. Actually, there's 2 in New York, New York, Trenton, New Jersey, or Brooklyn, New York. A snowman-shaped pizza would be cute. I think it would too. Is it in New York City? Two of them were in New York City. One of them was in Brooklyn, and one of them was in Trenton, New Jersey. Tony actually just guessed Trenton, and that one is it. Believe it or not, Trenton, New Jersey was it. Papa's Tomato Pies, located in Trenton, New Jersey. Papa's Tomato Pies from Trenton, New Jersey. Sadly, a lot of people do eat pizza on Christmas and Thanksgiving nowadays. People don't get together due to work or have extended family over like the old days. You're actually right, Chris, and welcome in, my friend. Good to see you tonight. My grandmothers made their own dough. Pizzas were rectangular with just tomatoes and grated Parmesan, Reggiano. That's it. Best pizza ever. You know, that's what got me working on the breadstick thing yesterday at work, was making a rectangular pizza. Then I realized, of course, that it wouldn't fit in our boxes. So I would have to put one of our pizzas into two medium boxes to be able to ship them out that way. But you get more pizza for the buck. Joe's Pizza, New York, New York. I said, just heard that a while back. Oh, that's right, you did say that. I can't cook. It's a shame. I take my kids to Bob Evans on Thanksgiving. You and your kids can come here, Sarah. We have a queen size air mattress, and we have a queen size fold out sofa. You and your kids can come here, and I'll cook Thanksgiving dinner, and it won't be pizza. Family celebrations and get-togethers are not a thing the newer generations are interested in. If we were closer, I'd offer to teach you. I can cook. It doesn't taste great, but I try. Oh, let me see who this is. All right, let's see here. Moving on. In 2006, Christian Dumitru set the world record for the number of pounds of pizza eaten by one person in a single week. How many pounds of pizza did he eat? In 2006, Christian Dumitru set the world record for the number of pounds of pizza eaten by one person in a single week. How many pounds of pizza did he eat? 50 pounds, 100 pounds, 150 pounds, or 200 pounds? The kids ask for Dad to come and cook whatever holiday meal we have. 300 pounds, not quite 300 pounds. In 2006, Christian Dumitru set the world record for the number of pounds of pizza eaten by one person in a single week. How many pounds of pizza did he eat? 50 pounds, 100 pounds, 150 pounds, or 200 pounds? Especially pies. I don't blame them. I wish my mom and dad lived closer so they could come over and make pies and stuff on the holidays. 10 hours is just a little far to travel one way to make sugar cream pie, pumpkin pie, and apple pie. Oh crap, 150. No, not 150. I wish I could make pies. Keep trying, Sarah. You're never too old to learn. You are right, Chris. In one single week, Christian Dumitru broke the world record for the total pounds of pizza eaten by one person at a staggering 200 pounds of pizza. 200 pounds of pizza. I love pizza. I couldn't come close to that. Most pies are pretty easy to do. Pecan pie is a bit of a job, which is why I buy my pecan pies. I don't try to make them. No, making the filling taste right, getting the pecans to look just right. No. When the moon hits your eye like a 200-pound pie, that's a coronary. You're right. You're right. I can't imagine 200 pounds of pizza in a week. I bet that. I bet that. I bet that dude lived in the bathroom for 9 days after that. I bet he put his TV right on the wall in front of the pot and spent 9 days in that bathroom recovering from that. Well, once I became diabetic, I stopped making pies for the most part. Yeah, sugar-free pies just don't. It's like going to Walmart and buying a sugar or buying a lemon meringue pie or a chocolate cream pie or a coconut cream pie. You know, they use that non-sugar meringue on it, and it just kind of like pecan pie in winter, key lime pie in the summer. I tried to make key lime pie. It was like a soup. If he was one of those professional eaters like on YouTube, he's okay. I have made meringue. Meringue's pretty easy to make. My mom used to make coconut cream pies, lemon meringue pies, chocolate cream pies all the time. All the time. Butterscotch pies. So, I spent many, many, many years watching her, beating the egg whites, slowly adding the sugar until it starts to foam, and then watching it get thicker and thicker. Yeah, I learned a thing or two from mom, who learned everything from my dad's mom, because, my mom was one of 9 girls and never got any time in the kitchen when she was growing up. So I wonder who was there making sure he ate it all. Um, Chances are it was probably an eating competition, and Guinness Book of World Records monitors when you break a world's record. They have representatives there to basically prove that he done it. So a caramel apple pie. Now you're talking. Caramel apple? Yeah. Well, this cannot be part of the reason I'm diabetic. Now, if you guys were paying attention the other day in the live stream, I gave you the answer to this question. Where is the annual Pizza Expo held? Where is the annual Pizza Expo held? Yes, it's real. No, it's not open to the public. It's only open to pizza demonstrators, pizza shop, pizza business owners, and equipment companies and new equipment designers. You are correct, Chris. It is in Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas, Nevada. I am in these chats for the women. I ain't listening. I figured as much. I figured as much, but that's okay. I ain't near as entertaining as they are, and nowhere near as pretty. So, yeah. Yep, the Pizza Expo is held every year in Las Vegas, Nevada. Which popular condiment, which popular condiment is common for the Japanese to put on their pizza? Which popular condiment is common for the Japanese to put on their pizza? Nothing interesting here in Cincinnati. It is not soy sauce. Which popular condiment is common for the Japanese to put on their pizzas? Somebody out there is gonna go, ooh. Yep. Which popular condiment is common for the Japanese to put on their pizzas? You know, the Monocle's pizza I mentioned earlier is famous for using French salad dressing as dipping sauce. Hmm, be interesting. Be interesting. Um, miso. Mayo. It is mayo. It is mayonnaise. It is common for the Japanese to put mayonnaise on their pizza. It is popular for the Japanese to put mayonnaise on their pizza. Yum. I could see French salad dressing as a dipping sauce. I could see that. I've known people for years that use ranch. They make a chicken bacon ranch pizza. So yeah, I could see possibly French. It would be a different flavor. Hmm. What is America's least popular topping? What is the least popular pizza topping in America? What is the least popular pizza topping in America? It's like a boring version of ranch to them. It's probably wasabi mayo. Very possible. Monocle's was doing this in the 70s. Anchovies. You are correct, my friend. No mayo on pizza. No mayo on pizza. Yes, ranch. Yep, Tony, Chris, you guys are right. Anchovies is the least popular pizza topping in the United States. Let me take this off here. Believe it or not, Sarah, you say pineapple, but I make at least 7 or 8 Hawaiian pizzas a week. At least 7 or 8 Hawaiian pizzas every week. And they don't all go to the same person. It's multiple people. Pepperoni, ham, pineapple. Pepperoni, ham, pineapple. I would think pineapple pepperoni would taste good. Pineapple despite bitching and top 20 most used. Yeah. In what year did the first pizzeria open in Korea? In what year did the first pizzeria open in Korea? In what year did the first pizzeria open in Korea? It is not 1953, Tony. One would think, with things going on over there, but it was not 1953. It was not 2013. It was not 2013. Nope, not 1942 either. All right, Tony, you take care of yourself, bud. Have a good day, and we'll see you on Friday. In what year did the first pizzeria open in North Korea? 1990, Mr. Pizza. Are we thinking North Korea? 1985. There seems to be a little bit of controversy on this one. Um, Let me look real quick. Let me check over here. When did the first pizzeria open in North Korea? North Korea's first pizzeria opened in 2009. Alcoholic beverages are produced and consumed In North Korea, and the country's legal drinking age is 18. Let me see here. Does it give me a name? Um, the opening of the pizzeria was first reported in March 1909 in the magazine Choson Sinbo, which is published in Japan and edited by Koreans in exile. Well, there we are. 2009. Oh, it's a shame that Tony had to leave. Here's his frozen pizza question. In what year did the first frozen pizza hit store freezers? In what year did the first frozen pizza hit store freezers? In what year did the first frozen pizza hit store freezers? I would never want to visit North Korea. You know, and sadly, Sarah, it is an absolutely beautiful country. It's absolutely beautiful. It's really sad that you know it's gone to pot so bad that yeah, could never see myself visiting a place like that. It was not 1953. It was not 1945. Hey, Dale. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well tonight. For those of you that are viewing this stream after it's ran live, the link to help to get um, Papaw's Pizza fired up, the PayPal link is in the description below the video with an active link. During the streaming, the live streaming, it's actually being placed in the chat, which if your computer's anything like mine, some of you can see and some of you can't. So the link is posted in the description box below the video with an active link where you can help me get the personal materials needed. Not the main equipment and stuff like that, but the personal equipment, the paddles, the knives, etc. I want nothing that has to be replaced every couple months. So I'm going to be dealing with actual blacksmiths to get real good carbon steel pieces made that only need to be sharpened once or twice every 6 months. It's like a prison, poor people who live there. It really honestly is. Let me see here. Sarah said 1961. Sarah is that close. It was actually 1962 when the first frozen pizzas hit American freezers. 1962. I'm sure that some of our friends that regularly inhabit this stream is going to get a big smile on their face when I give the answer to this next question, which is classic Hawaiian pizza. Features tomato sauce, cheese, ham, and pineapple. Where was this style of pizza invented? Classic Hawaiian pizza features tomato sauce, cheese, ham, and pineapple. Where was this style of pizza invented? It was not in Hawaii. Hawaiian pizza was not invented in Hawaii. Classic Hawaiian pizza features tomato sauce, cheese, ham, and pineapple. Where was this style of pizza invented? I will make sure and warn everybody to not take a drink when I give the answer. I would hate for my trivia night here to cost you a brand new computer. Trenton, New Jersey, or North Korea? No, no, on both, no. Not going to get off that easy, Sarah. Classic Hawaiian pizza features tomato sauce, cheese, ham, and pineapple. Where was this style of pizza invented? You finally got it. You finally got it, Sarah. Classic Hawaiian pizza was invented in Canada. Hey, KG. Good to see you, hon. Hope you're doing well. Classic Hawaiian pizza was invented in the most un-Hawaiian place that one could live. It came from Canada. Good. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. My guessing paid off. I figured maple pizza would be a Canadian pizza. That does make sense, don't it? But nope, Hawaiian pizza. Tomato sauce, cheese, ham, pineapple came from Canada. What pizza making technique has its very own professional level sporting competition? What pizza making technique has its very own professional level sporting competition? And this is something that's done annually at the Pizza Expo in Las Vegas. They actually hold a world blank blank competition, and it is dough tossing. It is dough tossing. It has a professional level sporting competition. The world championships are held at the Pizza Expo in Las Vegas annually. Good job, guys. In what American city is the Pizza Museum located? 3 out of 30 ain't bad. Nope. 3 out of 30 is not bad at all. In which American city is the Pizza Museum located? Let me give you guys a little multiple choice on this one. Make it a little easier. There's a lot of American cities out there. Miami, Florida, New York, New York, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I got a Chicago and a Cincinnati, and neither one of those are even on the list. In which American city is the Pizza Museum located? Miami, New York, Oklahoma, or Philly? It is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Good job, Sarah. 4 out of 31. Your odds are getting better. Philadelphia. At what meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, at what meal does the largest percentage of American children eat pizza? At what meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, does the largest percentage of American children eat pizza? We got this, Dale. There you go. Dale got it. Dale got it. The largest percentage of pizza is eaten by American children for lunch. But then again, come on, guys, think about it. Think about now. I don't know what your school's dietary thing was, but back when I was in school, them greasy little pepperoni pizza rectangles, about 6 inches long, 5 inches wide. Pick it up, pour the grease off the top of it. We had those at least once a week. for school lunch. Good job, Dale. They were good, weren't they? Once you got all the grease poured off of them, I mean. At what meal does the largest percentage of American adults eat pizza? At what meal does the largest percentage of American adults eat pizza? Again, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Yep, ate it for dinner. Going, doing this, going to bed, have to get up early. All right, Sarah, you get a good night's sleep, sweetie. And once again, don't forget, y'all ever want to get a hold of me, I am on Facebook Messenger. I'm pretty easy to reach. And I always try to make time for y'all. So I know things get a little sitting around the house all the time. So I'm always here. But you go ahead and get yourself a good night's sleep there. And we'll catch you at least for an hour on Friday morning. Good night. Sweet dreams. What's the most popular pizza topping in India? What is the most popular pizza topping in India? What's the most popular pizza topping in India? At least we all know it's not cow and it's not pig. What's the most popular pizza topping in India? It is not tomato. It is not tomato. Hey, look, I'll throw these out just for the giggles of it. Chickpeas, pickles, rice, or tofu. Chickpeas, pickles, rice, or tofu. Chickpeas, pickles, rice, or tofu, the most popular pizza topping in India. It is tofu. Tofu is the most popular pizza topping in India. Good job, Dale. This is a good one. We're going to get back into weights and measures. Don't go off just yet. To the nearest 10 million. You already know it's going to be a big number. To the nearest 10 million, how many pounds of pepperoni are consumed by Americans each year on pizza alone? To the nearest 10 million, how many pounds of pepperoni are consumed by Americans on pizza alone each year? Gonna make you all think about this one. To the nearest 10 million, how many pounds of pepperoni are consumed by Americans on pizza alone each year? Oh, yeah, KG. That's an understatement. I mean, you figure you got pepperoni pizza, you got meat lovers pizza, you got the American version of Hawaiian pizza, and you've got supreme pizzas, and you've got super supreme pizzas. Dale says 250 million pounds of pepperoni, and Dale is right. 250 million pounds of pepperoni is consumed each year on pizzas alone in America. Now, this will catch you off guard. This will catch you off guard because this caught me off guard. Studies have shown that the risk of certain cancers can be reduced by eating pizza at least once a week. True or false? Studies have shown that the risk of certain types of cancers can be reduced by eating pizza at least once a week. True or false? I just guessed. Well, it was a good guess, Dale. It's a real good guess. Studies have shown that the risk of certain types of cancers can be reduced by eating pizza at least once a week. True or false? And it is true. It is true. Good job, Dale. It is true. On average, how many slices of pizza does a single American consume in 1 year? On average, how many slices of pizza does a single American consume in 1 year? On average. Some consume less, some consume more. average, how many slices of pizza does a single American consume in 1 year? And this will be our last question of the night, guys. Nope, not 800. Way, way, way higher than the average. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're like me, you make pizzas every day, you eat pizzas all the time. Yeah, I'd probably do 200 or 300 slices of pizza in a year. But the average American, on average, believe it or not, my friend, that is still way high. On average, a single American consumes 46 slices of pizza a year. Oh, like I said, some Americans don't eat any pizza. Some Americans may order pizza two or three times a week and have 3 or 4 or 5 slices every time. But on average, it breaks down to less than 50 slices per year. But then again, I cheat. I party cut my pizzas. So, instead of getting 8 slices or 10 slices in a pizza, you're getting about 30 squares. So, I cheat a little. But I can still wipe out half a pizza, half an 18-inch pizza by myself. And hey, I don't have cancer. So there's some truth to that one too. But that's going to be it tonight, guys. Another busy day tomorrow. Working on getting Papaw's thing going. If you don't eat pizza, they're not living. It's true. It's true. And that's exactly why I'm trying to get the pizza place rolling, get everything I need together. We had a pizza place in this town for over 25 years. And when the pandemic fired up, they lost their shirts. They lost their shirt being closed down for almost a year and a half, still paying the utilities, still, making the payments to the bank on all the equipment that they leased and stuff. So it finally closed down, but they never delivered. No place in my town has ever delivered or ever had the things planned for the community that I've got planned for Papaw's. So if you guys remember, and I'll give you this little bitty secret. If you guys remember, back in the 80s, a very, very popular rock band from Sayreville, New Jersey, a little band called Bon Jovi, frequented a pizza place in Sayreville that was just around the corner from the recording studio where they recorded their very first albums at. And they would regularly leave the studio, go to the pizza place, and pull a bunch of teenagers out and take them back to the studio and let them be the first ones to hear the new music. And they were affectionately called the Pizza Parlor Jury. We have several bands here in town that are eager to give free concerts, and I have thought about developing our own Pizza Parlor Jury out of the customers at Papaw's to pick the songs these bands play when they tour. So everybody's Sarah's gone, Tony's gone, and I'm guessing pretty much everybody else is too. So that's it for tonight, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for supporting, Papaw's and helping me get her all opened up. Like I said, we're shooting for before Memorial Day weekend, having her open and in full swing. It only gives us 2 months. We're going to do our best. But that's all for tonight, guys. Again, thank you all very much for coming in. God bless y'all. God love y'all for trying to help out. But we'll be back Friday morning, 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time for morning coffee and chat. And keep eating that pizza, y'all. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. I do. We'll catch y'all later.